And take two. Okay. I'm back. And the reason why I said and take two is because I've been trying to make this video for about two times now, and my daughters are not trying to let that happen. They have their days when they want to take their naps, and there's days they don't want to. And a 2-year-old never wants to take her nap. So I did this video because it's like I started out like wanting to talk about like just how I've been doing everything, but it's just like it's going in 3 weeks, and it's like it's crazy how time is just like flying going by, and even though it's like just slow, it's still like it's been a while since we've been on this quarantine thing, and um and I'm starting to realize that we're having what we call new normals, right? So you think about it, if you had asked me a year ago, could you imagine us walking around with face masks and gloves to the grocery store? I would have been like, you're crazy. You know what I mean? And so, but this is like our new normal. And it's like, it's just crazy to me. Um, and so, I don't know, like having said that, I was thinking at this point in my life, I'm like, I was planning, it's getting warm outside. I was going to go to museums. I was going to go to festivals and music concerts and things like that. But it's not going to happen at this point. I don't know how long it's going to be that we can't be around other people, but that was going to be my way of getting to know somebody, meeting somebody, because that's how you meet people, as you go out. And so, so of course now, for someone that's single, it's the new norm, you know what I mean, to do online dating. And it's just like, no, I don't want to. I don't know. It's just, I mean, it is what it is at this point. I think I shy away from it because I met my ex online. Some people don't know that. This is, gosh, I was 25, 24, 25. And it was blackplanet.com. And I had been on since I was like 18, you know what I mean? It was just something to do. And so by the point in which my ex messaged me, I didn't even check it. So the fact I even saw the message pop up in my email, I was like, what is this? It caught my attention because most of the ones I got were like whack. They were like, what's up, WATS? I'm like, okay, no. And we don't have a future. I'm an English teacher. That's not going to work. And so my ex sent me a message, and the thing that caught me was his grammar. And so, which makes me a nerd, of course. But it did. Because he used the colon correctly. He said 2 words, colon, eye candy. And I was like, well, he used the colon correctly. He's intelligent. He's educated. And I know most people would miss that, but I'm like, I guess just because most people don't use the colon correctly. And so, call me what you want to call me. But I thought that was really, I thought it was actually a smart, it was attractive to me. So I wrote back 2 words, colon, thank you. And come to find out, he was intelligent. He is intelligent. He went to Sewanee University, which is the Harvard of the South. And so he's a very smart guy, and which our kids are very bright. So that was a good trait for being married to him. But I don't know, like we would email each other and everything, and it didn't start out as anything in particular. Because I kept looking at the picture and I'm like, and I'm just like, is he my type? I don't know. He has a Corona. That's so funny. No, he didn't have Corona. It was Miller Life shirt. High Life. That's what it was. The High Life Miller shirt, beer. And I was like, he had chicken in his hands, like he was grilling. And I was like, I don't know about this guy. I don't know if he's my type. He's a beer drinker. I don't really drink beer. It's like all these things were going through my head, because like, what's a picture? It says so many things, And so, like, of course he was who he was in that picture, but he was more than that, And I ended up really liking him. We hit it off really well. So, but I really thought that was a fluke because let me tell you, before that, My friend Athena was like, "You gotta go online, girl, blah blah." And I'm like, I'm not desperate. No, I'll just meet people like everybody else does at the gas station, the grocery store, a club, somebody, mutual friends, something. But not online. That's for just for people. And she was like, "But I know people that met on eHarmony." And this is what eHarmony just came out, and I was like, "No way, nope." And you gotta pay? No. So I was like, "That's just desperate. I'll never meet anybody online." Blah blah. And so it was a funny joke because she did the pictures at our wedding. Because she laughed when I told her, I was like, "You'll never believe I met somebody online." So we had a good laugh about that. Just never say never about anything, because it probably will end up happening to you. So yeah, so like fast forward to now, I still feel the same way about online dating. I don't know. So my girl, she said she met somebody, Lacey, and she was telling me what she got online. So I was like, I'm gonna try it. We'll see. And I feel I don't like this scrolling thing. I don't like it because I feel bad. I feel like I'm hurting people's feelings when I'm like, no, 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 no. Because I feel like I'm judging, you know what I mean? But on their looks. And I just feel bad when I do that. And so, my friend Kayla, she's hip. She met her current boyfriend online. And so she's giving me all the new tips because things have changed in the dating world. I've been out the loop, since I was 25. So I'm 39. Like, I don't really know, like, what the rules are at this point. And so she's been good to help me. And she was saying, well, just think of it this way. They're doing the same thing to you. They're swiping, and they're overlooking you, or, you're not their type and stuff. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. But I still feel bad because I feel like I'm going, no, he's not cute. He's not cute. And I don't know. I just feel bad. I have a height thing, I'm 5'7". I prefer someone to be at least 6 foot. I mean, at least 5'11" is okay, but I like my guys taller than I am because I wear heels a lot. So, but I've dated shorter guys. Um, so I mean, and on the profile, it's like, hold on, gotta wait, okay. And on the profile, there's things that tells their ages, and it tells like, what they like and things like that. So, if I have a matching profile with somebody, that's always good. But then here comes the thing. They have everything I like, and then they're older. Like, I like somebody to be in their 40s and 50s. Wait for me, okay? Go back downstairs. Okay? Thank you. I want them to be older now. But at this point, they usually like women my age or a person they want to be with to not have any kids, or they're grown, and I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, as you see. They're always coming in, always interrupting. So if I'm on the phone with a man, they're always coming asking me a million things. I'm interrupted. I can't have my full attention on that person. So that's hard because it's like they can't get any, really words in. We can't really focus on attention. So I try to talk to whoever I'm trying to talk to when I don't have my girls, when they're with their dad, because I can't get anything done when I have them. But if I'm in a relationship with someone, it's like they're gonna have to get used to it because I'm gonna have my girls at some point. So that's been like the hard part, I think, of it all, because the people that I am finding myself liking, their profiles and things like that, they'll have like, they don't want somebody to have kids, or they want someone to have grown kids, and so that's kind of hard because I do prefer someone that's like in their 40s, 50s even, because they're established, they have a career, for the most part. And it's not about money. It's just that usually when they're younger and they're trying to start a career, it's like you have to start with them, And when we're in our 20s and we're starting out, we're both grinding together. That's cool, but I'm already at the point where I have my own career, and I just prefer someone to be established like me. So I don't know, like, those are just some of the things that I'm looking for in a guy. And the older guys tend to have a lot of play out of them. The games aren't there. Oh, I don't need to call her, she needs to call me, I'm not texting all the time, I'm not, just all that kind of stuff is done. Like they know what they want, so they're gonna call you, they're gonna tell you exactly, hey, this is what I'm looking for, boom boom boom, you know what I mean? And that's it. Like, you take it or leave it. And so I like that, because I'm like, okay, cool, this is what I'm looking for, boom boom boom, take it or leave it. So it's like, there's no games, there's no playing with the emotions and stuff. I don't like that. And so that's why I prefer older guys. And it can be hard because, like, for instance, this one guy, like, I was cool, like, I really liked him, and he is not I told him that I went to church on Sundays, and he was like, no, I don't do church, I don't do organized religion. And I was like, whoa, pump the brakes, buddy. Like, I don't do organized religion in that sense. Like, I do like going to church, but I don't particularly like the whole idea of religion and the roles and all that kind of stuff. It's more about, to me, being spiritual and have a relationship with God, and that there's more to life than just regulations, and telling you what you can't do and all that kind of stuff. But we didn't even get to that point, because he was just, I don't know what happened in his life. And I said something like, well, you're a Virgo, so, so I did the same thing, because, Virgos, ugh. And, I'm an Aquarius, so, but I knew at that point, when you'll know, like, you always know at that point where it's not going to work in a conversation, where you just, and I prefer that way early. Before we get to liking each other, dating, and being something, and then all of a sudden it comes to abrupt halt, I prefer to, like, at least get in, like, a quick, kicking, like, the gut, and like, oh, man, gotta start all over again. So yeah, like, this whole online thing, it's just like, I don't even know if it's for me, to be honest. I just prefer seeing somebody, having a connection with someone, or having someone introduce me. If it must be online, obviously I don't have a choice. But it's just like, I'm annoyed when I get onto the webpage. I'm just like, I just, I don't like it. And I'm always like, okay, so what do I do next? Like, do I send a message? Like, what do I say? Like, what do I do? Like, so it's a learning experience for me. And I don't like, when something is new, I don't like that feeling for me, that whole feeling of starting over, because it makes me feel awkward, and it makes me feel out of place, and just like start hyperventilating, because it's like, what if I say the wrong thing? What if I do the wrong thing? What if I, I'm always like, did I say the wrong thing? What did I do? I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. But it's like, at this point in my life, I just want to be me. I want to just, whoever comes in my life, I don't want to have to change for them. Like, I don't want to have to, like, bend who I am for them. I want them to be genuinely who they are, and I want to be genuinely who I am. Hold on, I said hold on, okay? And I just want to be the best me for whoever I'm with, and I don't want to have to apologize for being myself, flaws and all. Like, I don't want someone picking at my flaws, and because I don't plan on picking at theirs. And I don't think that that's what love is about. So, I think the good thing about this whole social distancing is good for people getting to know people, because the physical aspect is taken out of it. So it's like, so you might see a picture and say they're good looking and things like that, but it's like, now you have to communicate. You can't just go off of, okay, we've been physical, so we love each other, we like each other, and we're not really getting to know each other. You got to get to know somebody. And that's what I did like about me and my ex, is that we did talk a lot. We didn't live real close to each other, so we did have to do a lot of communication, and we had good conversations. We still have good conversations. So I'd like to have that for somebody, whoever I'm with, to if it's something that spurs from online, I would love to have it to where the conversation flows and I get to know them, so that, I guess it would work really fun. I think it'd be fun, actually. Because then, like, I think it'd be fun because, in a sense of, it's a mystery. So even though you might FaceTime and everything, video chat and things like that, and you might, text, or you might email or whatever, the initial, whenever this is all done and said and done with, where you finally get to meet up or go on that date, like that would be dope. Like I would really enjoy that. I think this would actually be a good thing. Like if I was to meet somebody online and then like have this whole budding relationship and everything, and it's such a build up to us actually having our first date. Like that'd be cool to talk about. Like y'all would want to hear that. I know you would. And heck, I would like to hear it myself. If I heard somebody else talking about it, I would be so stoked about it. Especially like the initial like, okay, when we finally meet, when they break this whole, social distancing and hopefully get this virus under wraps, I'll be able to like, okay, we can finally meet up. And so, I mean, that would be cool. Like, that'd be cool. And because you get all that other stuff out the way, and, it'll still be like initially meeting somebody and then them asking you out and you talk for a while and then go on a date and see how it goes. So I think the anticipation build up is always good for a relationship. Like that's always good for love. And so for me, I just try to stay hopeful and positive, and try not to get down and feel negative about things, because I think when you start feeling that down, like low vibrational type of vibe, it brings negativity to you. It brings all that down, brings you down, and you stay down. So as long as you keep yourself up, you know what I mean? Keep your vibrations up, keep your energy up. Like that's what's going to attract to you. That's what's going to come to you. So, I'm only going to try to put positive things out there. I'm like, I'm only going to get the best and brightest, best looking guys to come to me on social media or whatever dating website I might have, created and things like that, which is still annoying because I don't have any like body shots. And apparently that's like a thing. I didn't know that was a thing. Guys think that you're probably like 600 pounds if you just have pictures from here up. I didn't know that. I'm like, I just take selfies and I take pictures of my friends. There's no point in putting long pictures. Like the only pictures I've had with people were really with my ex. You know what I mean? Like just as far as full length. So folks are asking for full length, and I'm like, okay, trying to find. I'm like, this is crazy. I haven't taken a picture like that in a year because I've lost a lot of weight and everything. So it's like all these rules, like take pictures of people that so you shows that you're a real person, and it's like, it's annoying. Like it just used to not be like that, and I guess in the era of catfishing too, you kind of have to be careful with that. I know, like for me, I get annoyed when someone has a profile and there's no picture because I'm like skeptical already. I'm like, you must be busted and disgusted. But no, I just like I said, either they don't want you to see them, because they're ashamed or self-conscious, or they're actually really good looking and they don't want someone coming to them just because of their looks or something like that. You know what I mean? So there's too many factors to that with the no pictures. It's like, to me, it's still annoying because everybody else is putting themselves out there too. So, and that's games to me. Those are games. And I'm like, I don't like, and I'm reading a book called Dating Games, and I don't like games, especially in the dating world. I like people to be straight up with me. So, but yeah, so that's the stuff that's going on right now. I know there's like such trauma and, sadness going on in the world, but it's like at some point you can't just focus on that all the time. You have to think of the future. You have to, even if you contracted the disease. It's the same thing. People have cancer. People get terminal illnesses every day. It's like the threat of the end of the world is something, or the end of your life is something that's always going to be there. It's what do you do with that knowledge? Like, do you try to live to your life to the fullest? Do you try to continue on in hopes that you're going to get better and that you will have a future? So all of it, it's the same thing. You got to have positivity. You got to have to believe that it's going to be better. Got to, regardless of what the end game outcome is going to be. So I kind of look at it that way too. When it comes to dating, I kind of have to look at it is, at the end of the day, I got to be hopeful that it's going to be something good out there, somebody there for me. May not be right now, but eventually the right person, the right fit is going to come along. And I'm just glad that at least at this point, I'm not meeting people getting like emotionally involved with someone. Hold on. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to work, because at the end of the day, it's like that's more heartbreaking, you know, to have your heart broken in that regard. So I'm staying hopeful. We'll see what happens on this online thing. It's really annoying to me. I really get depressed when I'm looking at all these faces. So I feel bad for them. And I'm like, I try to give them like, hey, you know, but it's not fair, because then it makes you look like you're interested. And it's like a cycle. I just don't like it. So I just need some advice. Like, anybody has any advice, I'll take it when it comes to dating online, because I don't know what's happening. So, like how to siphon through all of the nonsense. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna leave it there, and hope everybody's doing well, and I hope this is just like a break from all the nonsense, so you can listen to my rants and ravings on my crazy life. So, but yeah, so that is that, and we'll reconvene again. I'll let you know how this dating thing goes.